Member of Parliament from Rajya Sabha in 2022, running tribal residential schools to high schools, various social activities, awarded with Best Parliamentary Award of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, appointed as a member of Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture, Animal Husbandry and Food Process.
He's not made it. He couldn't make it to the felicitation ceremony. Is there someone to accept the award on his behalf? Yeah. Is there somebody to accept the award on his behalf, please?
Dr. Paithankar is coming for that.
Thank you, Paithankar sir. Dr. Sandeepji Dhurve was elected as member of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly representing Kedapur in the year 2004 and also elected as MLA in 2019 from Arni constituency.
Respected Dr. Devrajji Poli, I think is not there, but he has been a member of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly and represents Gadchiroli Assembly constituency.
Dr. Vasanji Bonde, he is from the MBBS batch 1966. Sir has been MD Pediatrics and has received Jeevan Gaurav Puraskar September 2022. He has participated in farmers agitation in 1980.
Respected Dr. Ranjit Ji Patil, he has completed 2 terms as a member of Maharashtra Legislative Council and running for the 3rd consecutive term. So big round of applause, a dynamic leader from Vidarbha, served as State General Secretary from Amravati Graduate Constituency, Guardian Minister of Akola and Washim.
Thank you, sir. Padma Shri, respected Dr. Vikasji Mahatme. Along with Padma Shri, one more feather in his cap, had been ex-Rajya Sabha MP, and we know all the contributions he had made in the field of ophthalmology as well as politics.
We also recognize his Dr. Jagannath Rao Dhone. He was MLA from Akot. He started Ayurvedic Medical College. Dr. Shri Krishna Dhone is there. Yeah, to receive the memento.
For all of you on the stage, respected sirs, this alma mater will always recognize your contribution, your exceptional achievements in politics, and your wish to serve the mankind and humanity. You will be always an inspiration to all the medical students. Thank you so much.
May I request all the alumni who have been felicitated to occupy the chair. in the audience, please.
A big round of applause for all MLAs and MPs.
So, may I request all the dignitaries to occupy the chair, please? Downstairs. Coming to our next category, असं म्हणतात ना, जेथे प्रयत्नांची उंची मोठी असते, तिथे नशिबाला पण कमीपणा घ्यावा लागतो. May I request the people from civil services who have been uh, associated with GMC Nagpur, Dr. Milind Busari, Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee, Dr. Pallavi Darade, Dr. Sanjay Chahande, Dr. Anurag Meshram, Dr. Praveen Gedam, Dr. Madhvi Khode Saure, Dr. Pramod Nikhalje, Dr. Vishal Saure, Dr. Parikshit Zade. To come on the dais, please. तालियां बजती रहनी चाहिए. Coffee, tea and water, everything is available at your disposal. Dr. Milind Busari, IRS, post-graduation in medicine. He joined Indian Revenue Services in 1986, currently practicing as a lawyer at High Court of Nagpur with area of specialization as taxation, medical law and medical legal areas.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee, IAS Maharashtra cadre, has recognition from UNESCO, British Commonwealth, FIFA, widely respected as project man of Maharashtra, the man behind the fastest buildings in the world as a part of Mission 96, executed largest housing project in the country.
Yeah, thank you, Shukre sir. May I request now Abhay Bang sir to do the honors for rest of the dignitaries. Dr. Pallavi Darade, this is a lady era, woman era. So big round of applause for her. LLB IRS, Commissioner of Income Tax, Mumbai. She has served in various capacities.
Dr. Sanjay Chahande had been IAS, but he couldn't make to the event. So I request the Rade madam to please collect the memento on his behalf.
Dr. Anurag Meshram, IRPS, Chief Personal Officer, Konkan Railway. He has served in various capacities. Professor, National Academy of Indian Railways, Deputy Chief Personal Officer, Joint Director, Railway University Training, Chairman, Railway Recruitment Cell, SECR, Bilaspur.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Praveen Gedam, MPH IAS 2002, Agricultural Commissioner Pune, had been District Collector Solapur, Usmanabad, has received Gold in Digital Transformation Ayushman Bharat, PMJAY. He had received award by CM as Nashik Commissioner for Kumbh Kela in 2015, Best District Collector Award as Collector Solapur.
So coming to another dynamic lady, Dr. Madhavi Khode Chaure, is the IAS Additional Divisional Commissioner presently posted in Nagpur. First female GMC alumnus to become an IAS officer. This is really a pride moment for all of us. CEO Zilla Parishad Bhandara and various capacities, Additional Tribal Commissioner Nagpur, Director Vanamati and MD Hapkin Biopharma Corporation Limited.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Pramod Dikarje, current designation Commissioner of Income Tax Nagpur, selected for Indian Revenue Services in 2005. He has extensive experience in assessment, investigation and administration in Income Tax Department. His assessment orders have been nationally recognized and published.
Dr. Parikshit Sanjay Rao Zhade, MBBS from 2007 batch, CEO Zilla Panchayat Satna MP. Is he here? Okay. We also recognize these.
For Dr. Parikshit Zhade, Dr. Ashutosh Zadhav will please, I invite him to receive the memento on his behalf.
Dr. Vishal Chaure. Is there someone to collect on his behalf? Okay. So these are few more alumni of our GMC Nagpur who couldn't make: Dr. Amit Telang, IFS, Dr. Sandeep Rathod, IAS, Dr. Nitin Kulkarni, IAS, Dr. Pramod Bankar, IRS, Dr. Satish Dongre, IRS.
For all of you respected sirs and madams, you are the torch bearer for the students of this institute. Your achievements have illuminated the path for future generations of medical professionals. This alma mater will always recognize you with joy and pride. Thank you.
We request all the dignitaries, all the IRS guys of our GMC alumni to occupy the seats, please. So moving ahead, past deans. ये नाम सुन के ही बहुत लोगों को बहुत सारी चीजें याद आती होगी. Having said that, ध्येयासाठी अतोनात प्रयत्न करा. जगाने वेडे ठरवले तरी चालेल, कारण वेडेच लोक इतिहास रचवतात आणि इतर लोक तो इतिहास वाचतात. लेडीज अँड जेंटलमॅन, यांनी डीन म्हणून GMCला ज्या उंच शिखरावर नेण्याचे काम केले आहे ते लिटरली वाचण्याजोगत आहे.
May I now invite the past deans, Dr. N.K. Deshmukh, Dr. Mrs. N.J. Mankeshwar, Dr. S.W. Kulkarni, Dr. H.R. Nagrare, Mrs. V.S. Dani, Dr. D.D. Dongavkar, Dr. A.K. Niswade, Dr. S. Mitra, Dr. P.Y. Deshmukh, Dr. R.K. Aichi, and Dr. R.M. Pawar sir to please come on the dais. Thank you all.
NKD. This was one three abbreviation which used to give you shivers once upon a time. Dr. Narendra Kashirao Deshmukh, Professor General Surgery from 1979 to 1990, ex-Dean IGGMC. A big round of applause. Talia bajti rehni chahiye. OSD DMER, Senate member, government nominee on Maharashtra Medical Council and part of organizing team for various states and national conference. Yeah, may I request Shukre sir to do the honors, please? Mankeshwar madam. Dr. Hema Mankeshwar, ex-professor and HOD, Department of Anesthesia, presently consultant at Orange City Hospital, founder president of ISSP Nagpur, and multiple publications to her credit. Please welcome Dr. Hema Mankeshwar.
Thank you, sir. Dr. S.W. Kulkarni, sir had been MD, PSM, DCH, DHA, PG, DCB, LLB, MBA, and MA, Sociology, Philosophy, and Marathi. He was Dean at GMC Nagpur from March 1996 to September 97, had been Dean at JNMC Savangi Wardha and D.Y. Patil Medical College, Kolhapur. Sir was first Vice Chancellor of D.Y. Patil Dean University, had guided numerous MD students, and had been team leader of 10 exports to Incline Conference at Petang, Indonesia.
Dr. Hiresh Ramdas Nagrare, Professor Radio Diagnosis, Dean at GMC Nagpur, Joint Director at DMER from 2003 to 2007, helped to start PG course in radiology, multiple publications to his credit. दानी मैडम को कौन नहीं पहचानता? Dr. Vibhavari Dani, a big round of applause. Our teacher, Professor Pediatrics, Dean IGGMC, Dean GMC, various capacities she has worked. She is instrumental in giving her services to various projects like Mihan, Korem and MITS. Dr. Deepti Dongavkar Madam, Dean at GMC Nagpur, GMC Meerut, GMC Latur, Research Fellow at Queen's Medical Center, Best Professor of Year Award in 2004. This is really creditable at GMC Mumbai, recipient of Dr. Pramila Bhatia Young Scientist Award 2001.
Dr. Abhimanyu Niswade, Dean GMC Nagpur from 2015 to 2019. Sir had been professor and head of the Department of Pediatrics from 2006 to 2015. MSc Research Methodology, MC Master, University, Canada, Establishment of Pediatric Intensive Care Unit at GMC Nagpur. He had multiple research projects, including IBIS, ICMR. Sir, we still remember standing you there and watching everybody coming in the hospital and taking the hospital rounds.
Dr. Sajal Mitra worked as GMC Nagpur professor and very popular dean, very popular professor, head of the Department of Orthopedics, led from the front in COVID-19, which was a bad period for all of us. That pandemic, he had managed medical college. Dr. P.Y. Deshmukh, Dean GMC Nagpur, worked as HOD, worked as faculty in medicine. Since he cannot come, on behalf of Dr. P.Y. Deshmukh, his daughter, HOD Gynecology, Dr. Vaikar Madam is going to.
Dr. Ram Aichit, MS Ophthalmology from GMC Nagpur. Sir had been Dean at Yavatmal, VNGMC and GMC Nagpur. Sir Sir couldn't make to the event, so I request Dr. Pathak sir to collect the memento on his behalf.
Dr. Rajaram Pawar couldn't make it, but he was Dean for 9 years at GMC Nagpur. A big round of applause for him too, please.
For all of you, the ex-deans of GMC, the lady deans, you all are the combination of beauty, grace and gorgeousness. Respected sirs and madam.
Nobody is there.
Nobody is there, I'm sorry. Yes, yes.
Okay, so.
Okay. For all of you, respected sirs and madams, you all are noble men and women. You all had been past teachers, and the very fact that your students are leaving footprints universally in the field of medicine is a testimony to the legacy of your teaching skills. And then you became the administrators, and then took untiring efforts in shaping up an upliftment of GMC. What GMC is today has contribution from each and every one of you. GMCच्या विकासासाठी आणि उत्कर्षासाठी तुम्ही जे अथक प्रयत्न घेतले त्याची आम्हा सर्वांना जाणीव आहे व आम्ही आपले त्याबद्दल कायम कृतज्ञ राहू.
May I request all the ex-deans to occupy the chair down there. We had a photo session there. Can you please stand up, all of you? Yeah.
दादा सर
Thank you so much. A little bit about the book. It is a complex
GMCच्या विकासासाठी आणि उत्कर्षासाठी तुम्ही जे अथक प्रयत्न घेतले त्याची आम्हा सर्वांना जाणीव आहे आम्ही आपले त्याबद्दल कायम कृतज्ञ राहू.
May I request all the ex-deans to occupy the chair down there. We had a photo.
Memory based on memory based on the book is written in simple and easy understandable language with practical tips and applied aspects of various memory techniques. I think this book.
Thank you all. Yeah. May I request NKD sir to stay on the stage, please. Rest of the dignitaries can occupy the chair downstairs. So moving ahead.
In 1965 war, and I'll narrate to you some of those my experiences if you are interested in that in due course of time. Second, of course, as an army officer also, I have been teaching in AFMC, and those of you who are MBBS students here will be happy, or at least I feel very proud that as a dermatologist, I was asked by the final MBBS students to take an extra class, and I used to take
Our FMT professor, Dr. Haribhav Kanade, and Dr. Arvind Kurade, SAMC in charge, under the able guidance of our dynamic dean at that time, Dr. N.K. Deshmukh. So may I request Dr. Arvind Kurade sir and Kanade sir is there? Kathade sir, sorry. To occupy the dais, please. I request Chief Guest Shukre sir to felicitate these three people who have been instrumental in managing medical facilities at that time. Dr. Kurade, NKD sir, Dr. Kurade.
Ready? Hello everyone, it is my honor to be with Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee sir. Sir is Secretary of MMRD. So sir, first I would like to ask you, how are you enjoying the event?
It is, I think every student wants to come back to where we finished formative years, and for me it's a great time.
Thank you so much sir. So we are here at Melange at the book launch event, and we are launching the book of our very own Dr. Avinash Turankar sir. We are launching the book called The Rules of Memory. So sir, what role do you think this, all of this memory intelligence plays in a medical student's life?
I honestly hope Avinash had written this book when we were students. And I had hoped that he would have shared. I knew that he had a very different kind of thinking, and he used to think so differently. But I wish that, honestly, that he would have shared his secrets of memory with us. So, here he is a professor, he knows everything, he remembers everything, he teaches students. And we were all struggling that time to memorize as much as. So, I think it's a great thing that he has done. The second edition, and I'm sure it will help all the students a lot.
Thank you so much sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So moving on to the next category, may I request Dr. Kurare, Dr. Katade and Dr. NKD to occupy the chair downstairs, please. Thank you. So moving on to the next session, next category.
Dr. S.M. Hassan. We also recognize the profound contribution made by Dr. S.M. Hassan in development of our alma mater, GMC. He had been First Minister of Public Health and took oath as a Health Minister on 27th April 1946. He was an executive in the Council of Nagpur University from 1937 to 1967. I request his grandson, Mr. Hassan, to please come on the stage to receive the memento.
Coming to the next category, IMA presidents. So may I request Vice Deshpande sir is there on the dais. May I request Dr. Arun Pavade, Dr. Milind Naik to come on the dais, please. Dr. Arun Pavade is not there? Okay. So only for the healing heart, only the healing art enables one to make the name for self and at the same time life to others. IMA has been a voluntary organization of physicians and has been incepted in 1928. They fight for the rights of physicians and at the same time pay back to society by various endeavors. May I request Chief Guest Shupre sir to do the honors, please. Y.S. Deshpande, Arun Pavade and Milind Naik. Please remember today's attraction, Rubaru with Mohit Raina, post lunch. So all students are requested to be in the dome, please.
Moving on further, we would like to felicitate Dr. Vinky Rugwani, known for extraordinary and exceptional work for his sickle cell and thalassemia patient. Sir has been National Coordinator of Sickle Cell and Thalassemia Disease, President of Thalassemia Society of Central India, Executive Body Member of Thalassemia International Federation.
moving on to the next category, Dr. Sanjay Paithankar. Best way to find yourself, ladies and gentlemen, best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service of others, because there is where divinity starts. May I request Shukre sir to felicitate Dr. Sanjay Paithankar, who has worked tirelessly to bring value-based affordable healthcare to blue-collared workers and underprivileged members of society in India and abroad. Peshwa Award for Human Service to Mankind. He has chain of hospitals in UAE. So students can look forward to meet him.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. I request today's guest of honor, Dr. Abhaybang sir, to please come here to share his views.
आजचे मुख्य पाहुणे न्यायमूर्ती श्री शुक्रे, डीन डॉक्टर राज गजबीये, श्री वाय देशपांडे आणि सर्व मित्रांनो, 55 वर्षापूर्वी मी या कॉलेजमध्ये प्रवेश घेतला आणि माझं सौभाग्य राहिलं की गेले 55 वर्ष या कॉलेजशी मी संबंधित राहिलो. त्यामुळे या कॉलेजची सिल्वर ज्युबिली मी अटेंड केली. त्यावेळी मी नुकतीच फायनल MBBSची परीक्षा दिली होती. मी गोल्डन ज्युबिली अटेंड केली आणि आज प्लॅटिनम ज्युबिली आपण मला हा गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनरचा ऑनर दिला. पण मी या निमित्ताने या ऑनरविषयी थोडंसं आपल्यासोबत रिफ्लेक्शन करू इच्छितो. मी याचा उल्लेख मुद्दामच केला की मी सिल्वर ज्युबिली गोल्डन ज्युबिली दोन्ही उपस्थित होतो. पण डॉक्टर गजबीये मला या आपल्या प्लॅटिनम ज्युबिलीच्या कार्यक्रमाचं जे अगदी विशेष वाटलं आणि ते मी मनापासून ॲक्नॉलेज करू इच्छितो. वैद्यकीय विश्वामध्ये आणि विशेषतः नागपूरच्या वैद्यकीय विश्वामध्ये तुम्ही मुंबईला जाऊन यशस्वी झाले की तुम्ही नागपूरमध्ये आयकॉन होता. आणि तुम्ही NRI झाले तर मग तर काही प्रश्नच नाही. तर मी हे पहिले ज्युबिली फंक्शन बघतोय की जिथे ह्या साधारणपणे वैद्यकीय विश्वामध्ये ज्यांचं कौतुक होतं याच्या पलीकडच्या प्रकारांचं देखील तुम्ही इथे कौतुक केलं. अगदी सुरुवातीला ज्यांनी सामाजिक सेवा केली किंवा ज्यांना पद्मश्री मिळालं अशा कॅटेगरीचं तुम्ही कौतुक केलं. या सामाजिक सेवकांचं कौतुक जगात बाहेर पुष्कळ होत असतं, सहसा मेडिकल कॉलेजमध्ये होत नसतं. तर आपण स्मरणपूर्वक, मी त्यातला एक आहे म्हणून मी म्हणत नाही आहे, पण मी जगातली जी व्हॅल्यू सिस्टीम आहे त्या व्हॅल्यू सिस्टीममध्ये ज्या ग्लिटरला महत्त्व आहे, पैशाला महत्त्व आहे, त्याच्या खरं म्हणजे पलीकडे जाऊन तुम्ही समाजसेवकांचं कौतुक केलं, तुम्ही शिक्षकांचं कौतुक केलं, तुम्ही जे देशासाठी लढले त्या सैनिकांचं कौतुक केलं, जे लोकप्रतिनिधी म्हणून निवडून आले आणि त्यांनी कामगिरी केली अशा तुम्ही आमदार खासदारांचं कौतुक केलं, जे प्रशासनात अधिकारी गेले आणि ज्यांनी जनतेची सेवा केली त्यांचं तुम्ही कौतुक केलं, जे इथे डीन राहिलेत किंवा अन्यत्र डीन राहिलेत त्यांचं, ही सगळी मी यादी सांगू नाही इच्छित कारण आपल्या डोळ्यासमोरच घडलं. पण सहसा हे फॉरगॉटन हिरोज असतात. तुम्ही या फॉरगॉटन हिरोजना या स्टेजवर आणलं आणि त्यांचा ऑनर करण्याचा ऑनर आम्हाला दिला, याच्यावर मोठा सन्मान काय. आज फार एक माझ्या दृष्टीने एक एम्बॅरसिंग सिच्युएशन टळली. ते असं की माझे शिक्षकांचा जेव्हा इथे सन्मान होता तेव्हा आपण ते मुख्य अतिथींच्या हस्ते करवलं, नाहीतर मला NK देशमुखांचा सन्मान करावा लागला असता. NK देशमुख मी नाव का घेतलं कारण मी 3rd इयर ज्युनियरला जेव्हा सर्जरी पोस्टिंग सुरू झालं तर माझ्या आयुष्यातलं पहिलं इमर्जन्सी ऑपरेशन थिएटर मी त्यांच्यासोबत अटेंड केलं. एक इमर्जन्सी अपेंडिसेक्टॉमी त्यांनी केली आणि मी इतका प्रभावित झालो की आपण सर्जनच व्हावं असा विचार केला. डॉक्टर S.W. कुलकर्णी मी इंटर्नी असताना ज्यांनी मॉरिस किंगचं मेडिकल केअर इन डेव्हलपिंग कंट्रीज आणि डेव्हिड मोर्लेचं पीडियाट्रिक केअर इन डेव्हलपिंग वर्ल्ड ही 2 पुस्तकं मला वाचायला सांगितलीच आणि त्याच्यामुळे माझ्या विचाराची दिशा बदलली. ते सगळे शिक्षक, मी सगळ्यांची नावं घेत नाही आहे, पण या सगळ्या शिक्षकांनी त्यांचं इम्प्रिंट आपल्या सगळ्यांच्या जीवनावर सोडलेलं आहे. आजही जेव्हा मी गडचिरोलीला पेशंट पाहतो तेव्हा मला अचानक आठवतं डॉक्टर चौबींनी असा पेशंट दाखवला होता आणि चौबींनी पार्किन्सोनिझम 8 मिनिटामध्ये एकदा आम्हाला समजून सांगितलं. मी त्याच्याहून अधिक चांगलं क्लिनिकल सेशन सुंदर कधी आयुष्यात ऐकलेलं नाही. या सगळ्या आठवणी यासाठी सांगतोय की ही जी सगळ्या प्रकारची सेवा आपल्या शिक्षकांनी केली, प्रशासकांनी केली, लोकप्रतिनिधींनी केली, या सगळ्यांचं स्मरण ठेवून आपण इथला सन्मान केला त्यांचा. मला असं वाटतं की या प्लॅटिनम ज्युबिली फंक्शनच्या अनेक विशेषता आहेत, पण याच्यामधली विशेषतः आज फेलिसिटेशनचा कार्यक्रमचा मी आपला पाहुणा आहे म्हणून मला असं वाटतं की यावेळीचं फेलिसिटेशन हे वेगळं आहे, फार विचारपूर्वक केलं आहे. पण विचारांच्या पलीकडे एक गोष्ट मला त्याच्यातनं जी जाणवती असं की त्याच्या मागची मनातली व्हॅल्यू सिस्टीम प्रगट होते. आपण कशाला मूल्य देतो, हे आपण कोणाला सन्मान देतो याच्यातनं प्रगट होतं. आजकाल जर तुम्ही बघाल तर वर्तमानपत्रात, TV स्क्रीनवर किंवा इंटरनेटवरती फिल्म स्टार आणि क्रिकेटचे खेळाडू ते थोरच आहेत, त्यांच्या क्षेत्रात त्यांनी मोठंच काम केलेलं असतं, पण समाजासमोर जेव्हा फिल्म स्टार आणि क्रिकेटचे खेळाडू हेच मुळी आयकॉन उरतात तेव्हा समाजाची एकूणच मूल्य व्यवस्था कोणत्या दिशेने चालली आहे. त्यांची लफडी हेच जेव्हा इंटरनेटच्या गॉसिपिंगचा मुद्दा बनतो तेव्हा आपल्या समाजाची काय पातळी जाते आहे. कालच्या आणि आजच्या या सन्मानातनं आपण वेगळी मूल्यव्यवस्था प्रगट केली म्हणून मी खरंच मनापासनं मला असं वाटतं की यामुळे या अत्यंत मोठ्या संस्थेची शान वाढली आणि पुन्हा एकदा सगळ्यांना ज्यांना आजही आणि कालही फेलिसिटेशन झालं त्या सर्वांचं अभिनंदन करून मी 2 शब्द संपवतो.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Sunil Washimkar to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Sunil Shukre. Honorable Justice, Mr. Sunil Shukre.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Justice Sunil Shukre, Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, Dr. Bang, distinguished alumni, teachers on the stage, off the stage, seniors, juniors, and friends. It's my proud privilege to introduce to you. आपली कशी नॉर्मल इमेज असते ना की जज म्हटलं म्हणजे असं ते खुर्चीवर बसले आहे आणि खूप सिरियस आहे. सो लेट मी प्रेझेंट टू यू one of the most smiling judge, Justice Sunil B. Shukre, because as far as law is concerned, to no one we shall deny or defer rights or justice. He graduated from Pune University, did LLB from Nagpur University, where he has a great meritorious career, LLM from Nagpur University. He had a background, his father was a judge. He has a judicial background. Then he was elevated to district judge in 2000. Then he became principal judge in 2013. And he believes in the principle that service to the poor, the helpless, is real service to God. It is a real worship to the Almighty. And having said that, he always believes that no man is above the law and no man is below it. Nor do we ask any man's permission when we ask him to obey. Obedience to the law is demanded as a right and not asked as a favor. those who might have attended his court, they will definitely realize that he's a no-nonsense man in court. So justice is constant and perpetual, will to allot to every man which is due, and he became a High Court judge thereafter from 2013 to 2023. There are multiple judgments. Basically, when I asked lawyers to give judgments of him, there were so many social issues in which, right from senior citizens to common man, he had given judgments. It was not possible for me to bring all those and illustrate here, but nevertheless, what I call him normally, he is a social judge grounded to values of human being. His association with our college, GMC, IGMC, and super speciality has been phenomenal. He has the credit of upgrading government medical college, may it be any instruments, machineries, may it be resident post, may it be filling up of the post. Recently, when he was principal district judge in Nagpur, there was a lot of hue and cry regarding robotic surgery system, and the whole money had gone back, and we were just waiting that we may not get any robotics, which this institute, this premier institute always wanted, and it was the mission of our Honorable Dean Sir, Dr. Raj Gajbie Sir, and with the great efforts, Sir had given order to initiate the process, and which will be done very soon. So I think a big round of applause goes to him for doing that, including linear accelerator, digital cath lab. These are all recent advances in various fields. This is for digital cath lab is for super speciality. We all know, and we were felicitated, we were treated, we were glorified as Corona warriors. But few people might be knowing that during that 2019, I think Mitra sir also might be knowing, when he was Dean GMC, he was principal district judge, and he was silent crusader in management of health policies rather in Corona period, where, if you remember, there was a lot of shortage of remdesivir, then oxygen problems. He used to sit for 12 hours along with various deans and various administrative people just to see that people get oxygen, people get remdesivir, people get steroids. So I think this another thing is a big achievement for him, and this also deserves a big round of applause. He's a great orator, ever smiling person, prolific humanitarian, extremely down-to-earth personality, nature lover. He has a tremendous knowledge of botany. So many a times I ask him, why didn't you become a doctor? So he says ki that is not my cup of tea. Down-to-earth personality, extremely popular among common man and law fraternity. So ladies and gentlemen, with this I present to you a generous heart, a kind speech, and a life of service and compassion that are things which renew humanity in the form of Justice Sunil B. Shukre. Thank you.
Namaskar to all of you. It's really a great privilege for me to be amongst you and participating in this memorable program, the celebration of Platinum Jubilee of Government Medical College. Dignitaries on the dais, Dean Dr. Raj Gajbie, Dr. Abhay Bang, Dr. Deshpande, Dr. Nera, all the stalwarts in the medical field, in the executive, in the legislative field, all of them are there. They have achieved greatness in their field, and practically speaking, there is a galaxy of the doctors, and it's not possible for me to take names of each of them. Padma Shris are also there. I can see Dr. Mahatme is here. Dr. Amul Kolle was also here. He's sitting there. And of course, the great administrators who had their grooming in this college are also amongst us. I came here only because of the request made by Dr. Raj Gajbie and Dr. Washimka. I'm really thankful to them. It was my association with both of them while my bench was dealing with PILs, and in some of the PILs, the issues relating to health services in Vidarbha region, the problems and the issues being faced by Government Medical College, Mayo Indira Gandhi, IGMC, AIMS, and other hospitals. And in that period of time, we used to have many interactions. We used to have many discussions with them, and that is how. And then that time, I realized what a great sacrifice the doctor community, particularly working in the government medical colleges, is making to the society. And in spite of huge problem, elephantine problems, they are going on. They are managing the affairs of the colleges and rendering yeoman service to the society. It was that point of time I realized that there was something which should be done even by the courts for the medical field and the fraternity of doctors. Initially, there was a hesitation on their part to discuss the issues. The same hesitation was also there, which I could notice, was also there on the part of the administrators like the municipal commissioner, the collector, the divisional commissioners, and the other executive functionaries. So therefore, of course, I have done. In fact, they have said, Dr. Washimkar has said that he has used many adjectives and showered accolades on me. But then I must say, it would not have been possible. Nothing would have been possible without the inputs, very effective inputs being given by Dr. Raj Gajbie, Dr. Washimkar, and also the President of Indian Medical Association and all other associated doctors. So as I said, during the discussion, we used to have discussions, and I thought that the inputs were not coming, and therefore, one day I decided to have any hearing instead of having any hearing in a court hall. We should have a hearing in some informal setting, and then I chose the chamber. I chose my chamber, and there I had a meeting. It was also it was also a hearing, so meeting come hearing. And during that meeting come hearing, my brother judge was also there. I told the administrators, the doctors, that the courts are here to assist you, to help you. Courts are not your enemies. Please do not consider the courts and the advocates or the legal system as your enemy or something which should be passing some adverse orders or penalizing anybody. That was not the intention. The intention was that whatever powers we had, which we have been given constitutionally, can be exercised by us for the benefit of society. But that would not be possible unless we are provided with information, relevant inputs, and the problems are brought to our notice. And then, if such information, such inputs are given, then it would be up to us how to utilize the information. And I also assured everybody that we would not be taking anybody's names. We would not be mentioning anybody in our orders and judgments if any inputs are given to us, if any issues are raised before us. That is how very effective orders could be passed during those times. And and ultimately, I am very happy that that there is a great upgradation of infrastructural facilities, and also the services being rendered at this hospital and also other hospitals, including some of the private hospitals. Today I feel really overwhelmed by the great achievers, the great alumni of this great institution who have been felicitated here. And I feel, after seeing their achievements, after seeing their reputation, which they have earned in society, I feel that I myself am honored in getting an opportunity to felicitate such towering personalities. After hearing the speeches earlier and also seeing the achievements of the who's who in the list of felicities, I also feel that the GMC is a great institution, and it is a great institution not only because it is having reasonably good infrastructural facilities, good equipments, good diagnostic tools, but also because the ability its faculty has created in its alumni, in its students, to be the great achievers, to be the great doctors. That is why this institution has become such a great institution, and in my view, it ranks, or it deserves to be placed alongside the greatest medical colleges and hospitals in India, and maybe. So, I congratulate Dr. Raj Gajbhie and his entire organizing team in planning the Platinum Jubilee celebrations and in such a innovative way, and inviting the stalwart alumni of the GMC. I am also thankful to him for also associating me with these celebrations. Now, sometimes you might ask a question as to why in the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of a medical college, a judge like me is present here. In fact, that is mainly because of the love and affection Dr. Gajbhie has and his team, and including Dr. Washimkar, has for me. But from my side, I also wanted to associate myself with all of you. I also wanted to learn from you. In fact, we have, during our interactive sessions in COVID period, I have learned many things. But after coming here and hearing the speeches, I feel yes, it was a right decision on my part to be here. In fact, I had one function in Mumbai today, but I postponed it. I postponed my departure to Mumbai, and I came here. There is a peculiar reaction of common man after seeing a judge amidst them. Recently, I had the same experience, and of course that I had that experience with my relatives as well. So they would ask after seeing me, and recently I attended a meditation retreat at Surabardi. It was conducted in the presence of Dr. Shri M, a spiritual leader. So there also some of the participants asked me, which reminded me of what my relatives used to ask me after seeing me. They would ask me, "Tumsa vacation kevan shuru hota hai?" I would ask him, what do you think of me? As if I don't have any work to do, and we just want to making merry. He said, no, because we always see that you are on vacation. Recently the same question was asked, you are on vacation, and this was practice of British period, because they wanted to visit their country, they wanted to return to country because of the intense heat in India. And the travel used to be by sea voyage. It used to take a lot of time. So therefore, they used to take a break in summer. And that practice has been continued. But in a way, that is true. This practice is required to be changed. But then one also has to understand that after the British have gone, there has been a sea change in the society, there has been some sort of loss of faith in other institutions, and simultaneously there has been some sort of increase in confidence in the judiciary. There are other issues also, all of which have cumulatively contributed to increase of workload on the judiciary. And today the position is that There are thousands and lakhs of cases pending. Our everyday's board runs into hundreds of cases. Sometimes it is 200 cases. In Mumbai, I used to have a board of, routinely I used to have a board of about 140 or 150 cases. And it's a hell of a job in dealing with these cases. You don't have any time to deliver judgments on the dais. Of course, in long judgments, shorter orders can be passed. So whatever vacations you have, so at least 50% of the vacation during summer it is only 30 days, and other times it is 10 plus 10, Diwali and winter vacation 20. So these 50 out of these 50 days on an average, at least 50% of the days would be spent in preparing for the judgment and dictating judgments. Even when a judge, especially a judge of the High Court and the Supreme Court, returns home, he would return home not any time before 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and after having a dinner, he would be required to prepare himself, read the cases and prepare himself for the next day. So you don't have hardly any time. So it is this break period which comes very handy for the judges to prepare himself for the judgments and also dictating the judgments. So therefore, it's not the case that the judges are always on the vacation. Then there is also another general notion that court means tarikh pe tarikh and delay and whatnot. That is also true. And then they say, and then somebody says that the number of judges should be increased. Somebody says that this system needs to be changed. I would say these are all symptomatic remedies. They are like putting a bandage on an injury, but they are not going to work. What is going to work really is to address the source which generates litigation, and that source is human being, is human society. If we can build a society with character, which respects values, which respects the elderly, which treats everybody with love and affection, then there would be considerable reduction in litigation. And then today we are following Anglo-Saxon system of justice dispensation. In this, the peculiarity of this Anglo-Saxon system of litigation, justice dispensation, is that everybody has a right to deny whatever the other side says, and not only that, also has a right to say even falsehood. As for example, if A person has taken loan from B, and he promises that he would return the money within 6 months, but he does not return, and after a lot of entreaties, he says, okay, I will return, but ultimately he does not, and then the B is required to file a civil suit. Once a civil suit is filed, then the notice is issued, but this man A would bribe the process server, notice server, where he would say, take this 100 rupees or 500 rupees, and he would avoid service. And after dragging a case like this, he would appear one day, and there he would say, no, I have not taken any money from him. In fact, he owes something to me. So this is how, and then the third party, who is a judge, he gets confused. And then there is a need for giving evidence and proving your case. But then this would not happen if the men who are fighting against each other in the court of law are men of character. They would admit something. Okay, yes, I have taken loan, but then I need some time because of these are the difficulties. So if our society is like this, probably there would be reduction in litigation, and it would also go a long way in improving the general health condition of the society. So somewhere we are required to work on this aspect of the whole system and address the issue. There is also the general misconception that courts do not treat doctors, medical fraternities and the other experts with desired sensitivity. Sometimes they are made to wait in the court hall. Sometimes they are not treated with due dignity and respect that they deserve. I feel, because I have also seen the district judiciary along with the higher judiciary, I feel these are only exceptional cases. By and large, judiciary treats and has always treated doctors with great respect and sensitivity as well. You can see, you can experience this in many of the cases, in many of the judgments that have been delivered by Bombay High Court as well as the Supreme Court. There has been a lot of debate about the criminal negligence, about the criminal liability of the doctors, treating doctors, arising from what is called as medical negligence. But even that law, what constitutes medical negligence, has been explained and has been settled by the Apex Court in the landmark judgment, as you know. Many of you might be knowing, as you know, in the case of Dr. Jacob Matthews. In fact, the facts of this case are quite interesting. If you permit me, I would not take much of your time, because now it is almost 2 o'clock. I'll very shortly, I will discuss with you. This man is an old man. His sons were very influential. He was a cancer patient, and then the doctors had given hope, and the doctors had advised his sons, who were very influential, to keep him at home only, and give him whatever love and affection and peaceful life that he had remaining. So, but then because of the influence, he used to have certain issues on and off. One day he developed some sort of renal failure. Then, although the case was impossible, but then because of the influence wielded by his sons, he was admitted to a hospital in Ludhiana. There he was treated. Then during the treatment, he developed urinary infection, and then the urine culture test was carried out. It was found that he was sensitive to only 2 antibiotics. One, they are very, I don't remember. One is alkamine, and the other, there was one more drug. So the second drug could not be given to him because the doctors were of the opinion that drug cannot be given to patients with renal failure. The first drug was administered, and the complications arose, and this man died. The complaint was made, and it was a criminal complaint. The police, surprisingly, registered offence. The offence was under section 304A IPC, read with section 34, and the allegation was that when the father felt breathlessness, and it was reported to the nurse on duty, and when the doctor came, one of the doctors who came there was Dr. Jacob Matthew. He put the patient on oxygen cylinder. He fixed oxygen cylinder, oxygen mask to him, only to find sometime later that the cylinder was empty. So therefore another cylinder was brought, but that cylinder was not ready for administration of oxygen. So about half an hour time was spent in all these things, and ultimately the patient died of breathlessness. So this was negligence on the part of the doctors, because they had put empty oxygen cylinder and fixed it to the patient. The magistrate, he framed a criminal charge against the doctors. The doctors then challenged the order of framing charge against him under section 304A IPC, that is causing death by negligence, and the maximum punishment is of 2 years for that. The High Court said, okay, this is a part of defense of the doctor, so therefore it refused to interfere in the charge framed. and then the matter came to the Supreme Court. In the Supreme Court, 2 judges bench was dealt with initially dealt with the case, but then they said, because the reliance was placed on another case of Dr. Suresh Gupta, and in Dr. Suresh Gupta's case, the Supreme Court has said, for medical fraternity, for doctors, the standard of negligence should be different. It should be of higher degree. It should be a gross negligence. Gross negligence or negligence of such kind that no doctor with ordinary skill and knowledge would commit it. What is negligence is also defined. This is no occasion to discuss the definition of negligence. So therefore they referred it to a larger bench of 3 judges. So here the 3 judges bench considered the opinion given by the 2 judges bench of the Supreme Court in Dr. Suresh Gupta's case, and they agreed with the opinion. They said, yes, for doctors, there is a need for interpreting law in a somewhat different way. The negligence, as we understand in common parlance or in legal parlance, for that matter, would be of no help. Here we are required to apply different standards, higher standards, and we have to. The courts have to view the negligence and consider the idea of negligence from the viewpoint of a doctor who is having minimum skills. And that is how the Supreme Court held that this was not, it might have been a case of ordinary negligence, but certainly not a case of medical negligence. And then the Supreme Court allowed the petition, quashed the charges, and also gave directions. The directions were that who is going to say that there is a medical negligence. So therefore, in order to find out that whether there is a medical negligence or not, directions were given that before registering any offense against a doctor, whenever there are allegations of medical negligence, the complaint must be referred to the dean or the civil surgeon, who would constitute a team of doctors, a panel of doctors, one of whom would be expert in the field for which the patient was treated, and it would be only on the basis of the opinion of the panel of doctors that further course of action shall be taken. If the opinion of panel of doctors says that there is a prima facie case of negligence, then only the criminal prosecution would be initiated. This case was followed by several other cases, and they were all similar cases. Similarly, there have also been cases where where the courts have taken a view that there is a difference between medical negligence and the error of judgment. So for error of judgment, yes, being an expert, there can always be a scope for error of judgment. So for error of judgment, you can't allow anybody to prosecute a doctor or even sue a doctor. Same thing happens in case of advocates or other. Even the courts commit errors, sometimes blunders. But then it does happen. The error of judgment is there. The negligence, there is a difference between negligence, gross negligence, and also error of judgment. Gross negligence would be there if a person is having kidney is having a kidney problem, and he is treated with he is treated as a case of upper respiratory tract infection. So this can be a case of gross negligence. Lastly, I would say all of you are the experts in the field, and you have been equipped with healing powers through your formal education at the college, through your expertise, through your hard work, through your intuitive application of the knowledge you have an experience you have acquired. And so, but these healing powers are also, in my view, are also required to be supplemented with the healing power of words and the body language. Because whenever a patient meets a doctor and doctor treats him, uses soft words, sympathizes with him, 50% of his ailment, 50% of his disease goes away. he feels psychologically secure so that yes, here is a doctor who is going to save me, who is going to treat me, and who is going to cure me. So therefore, I would say, if there was how do we see GMC in next 25 years? I would say that this should be added, that the GMC would be producing doctors who would be having true healing powers, not only the powers which they acquire through allopathic medicine and the formal education and the experience, but also through their ability to psychologically treat the patients. There are many things to be spoken about, but now due to time constraint, I would close. Once again, congratulating Dr. Raj Gajbhye and his team and the organizing committee for planning this very well function. Thank you so much.